Best friends getting big together.
Fatality.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wake Up 3. You've reached round 54 and we are your hosts, Molly
and Cam, and this is a fighting game podcast from a couple who loves fighting games. I'm doing the mix-up. I've got the mix-up. Let's see if you can handle it. This is Two Moves and a Lie, SNK edition. I wanted to talk about City of the Wolves a little bit because that's not really what our episode's about, so this is for all the SNK fans out there. Let's see if you can guess the move that I made up between these three moves for jenet. Crazy Ivan, cannon kicks, or many torpedoes.
Okay. I kind of think that the made up one is cannon kicks.
It is.
Okay.
What made you think that?
Because I figured many torpedoes, the many had to be real.
Like that has to be real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Like if that was fake, it would be too obvious.
Right, yeah.
And then I figured the Crazy Ivan one had to be real too because there was a name. And I figured you wouldn't make that up.
It's like too specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, fair enough.
So while cannon kicks is a really good one to slip in there, like it could fit.
Pirates, cannons, you get it.
It was the safe choice to say.
Yeah.
I think that's fake.
Yeah. Well, I tried.
Yeah.
Mix-up survived so far.
So far.
Kevin Ryan, Creeper, Hell Drop, or Chokehold.
That's yeah. You got a good batch here. It's all really basic.
Yeah.
Creeper, Hell Drop, and Chokehold?
Yes.
That's tough. Any one of these could be fake because it's like even playing ground.
Yeah.
Let's go with Chokehold.
You got it again.
Really?
You got it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was, okay.
Chokehold. Yeah. I mean, I think he's got a couple of those moves where he like kicks you away and then grabs you or whatever. So I figured maybe I could fake you out, but nope, not quite. Yeah, Creeper and Hell Drop are real. I do want to just say that Creeper is a stance, and you can do three things out of it: Creeper punch, Creeper kick, or Creeper rise.
Oh my. Creeper's the crawl, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, I figure it has to be.
I think so, yeah. It's the crawl, yeah.
Okay.
Hell Drop is the one where you jump up in the air and then just like come down and slam down to the ground. And Chokehold I made up.
It was a good lie.
Yeah. Moving on to Kim Dong-hwan. Helicopter kicks, mule kick, or super Dong-hwan kick. What's your thought on that last one?
That one feels fake.
Really?
But at the same time, it's like, it could be real because he's really cocky.
Right.
So it feels like it would be real. Maybe I'll go with helicopter kicks.
You got it again.
Okay.
How do you keep doing it?
Mule kick sounded, as soon as you said that one, I was like, that's real.
It's like a donkey kick type thing.
Yeah, like
Ryu.
that's real.
Simple.
I
yeah.
know that's one of his things without truly knowing.
Right.
Helicopter,
He spins.
yeah, it's convincing for sure. Like, I didn't have a second thought when I first heard it.
Right.
But I don't know. Somehow I got all these guesses.
That
all of them?
That's all of them. That's all three. It was just three this time. So yeah, you got all three.
Cool.
I tried to. I was originally gonna do like tornado kick or something, but then I saw he had a move called hurricane kick, and I thought,
That's a little
close.
cheap.
It's a little close. But yeah, Super Dong-hwan kick is real. That's his like level 3 cash out super.
All right.
It's a great name. I love it. Well, yeah, that's all I've got for you for that. And I think you passed the mix-up pretty well, which puts me in the news corner again. So let's start.
You should be really good at it then.
Yeah, I'm getting better at it. The PlayStation State of Play and what is it called? The Summer Jeff event is what I wrote. Summer Jeff Fest. Summer Games Fest and PlayStation event were both this week. And there were quite a few reveals. And we're going to talk about them a little bit.
Yes.
Let's start with Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I don't know if I'm saying Tokon right, but that's fine.
You are.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls and Invincible Versus were both announced.
Not on the same day.
Not on the same day, but over the last couple of days they've been announced. Those are both team fighters, assist-based fighters. One's 4v4, one's 3v3. And that should put some fear into Riot Games.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. What's going on with 2XKO?
Yeah, I think you guys sat on your hands for too long.
It seems like it.
Definitely.
It seems like it. I think the name Marvel alone is going to sell. So, yeah, anybody that's into tag fighters is in for a treat over the next year or so, it seems. Couldn't be me. Next up, we've got the MK Classic Collection announcement, which is kind of sick and out of nowhere. But at the same time, I feel like you and I just talked about this. The MK Classic Collection has been announced. It's going to have Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Ultimate 3, 4, all arcade ports of it, plus all of the home console ports. It's got like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, 32X, handheld Game Boy versions of all the games. Pretty exciting stuff.
There is a lot included in this collection, and honestly, this collection is what MK fans have been missing for a while, and they're finally going to have it, so that's cool.
It's what we've wanted for a long time. When they did the 30th anniversary like 3 years ago, I feel like that's when the time was for this. People were asking for it, like, hey, where's the collection? We want the collection 3 years ago. But now we're getting it. It's got 19 games announced already, or different versions of, this and that. It's got 5 different versions of the original MK. Pretty cool. It says and more, though, so they're going to announce more to come. Not sure if they're going to do any of those, like, PlayStation 1 or 2 games. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows, but it's MK, it's secrets, there's going to be something, so...
Definitely. They said there was also going to be, like, new developer interviews, behind-the-scenes happenings with... Yeah, so that's really cool. We're big fans of them. We're big fans of classic MK, so count us in. We're all in on that.
Yeah, this is just something that the MK community has desperately needed for so long, and it's going to be nice to finally be able to bridge the old and the new, and for the new fans that haven't, had a way to get their hands on the original games, well, now they're going to have a whole collection that they can dive into with online play. I don't know, did you say that?
No, I didn't even mention that yet. Yeah, I guess I was sitting on that still, but it's going to have rollback netcode for, they didn't say all of the games, but they said for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Something that has been needed, and very exciting that it's finally happening. So,
looks
is
exciting.
there a date for that?
No, they said this year, though. They said by end of year. So I'm assuming it's going to be sometime between September and November. That's usually their fall to holiday release window.
Yeah.
I'm personally really looking forward to some of the handheld games, and I know that sounds silly, but I was always a handheld gamer growing up, or a really big handheld gamer. I had a Game Boy Color, Advance, all that fun stuff. And that's just kind of what I had access to. So I would play a lot of fighters like those on, just by myself. And I really hope those have online play, because I'd love to try out some of those goofy, not so great handhelds against other people. I'm in it for the jank. Next up, we've got Street Fighter 6 Season 3. The rumors were real.
I think this was the main thing that we were looking forward to hearing from Street Fighter 6 at this event.
Definitely.
There had been a leak of Season 3 for Street Fighter 6, and the leak proved to be real. It was a Kenny Omega trailer.
Yeah, that was really fun. He dressed up as all 4 of the characters and kind of went through it in his trailer.
Yeah.
But the 4 characters were Sagat, Sea Viper, Alex, and Ingrid. What do we think of the announcement so far of the 4 characters initially?
For me, it was just kind of like, oh, yeah, here it is. This is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of disappointment towards Alex as a character.
Fair enough.
And so I knew that this season wasn't going to be it for me based on him alone. I also do not care for the inclusion of these 4 kinks. So Sagat coming in, I don't need another one. And I feel like they're just going to keep doing that at this point, and we just have to accept it. You know, I should just get to what I do care about with this season, which is going to be Ingrid.
Yeah.
Because there is so little about Ingrid so far, and I just feel like it's someone we don't know too much about, and she could be cool in Street Fighter 6. I'm open to giving her a shot.
Yeah, she definitely could be. From what I've heard and from what I've seen in the past, she's kind of like an SNK Athena style character. Mm-hmm. Magical girl.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I'm cool with. That can be fun, you know? I've never really gravitated towards Athena, so it may not be a character for me, but I do think that's an interesting archetype and something that Street Fighter doesn't have, so.
Could be cool. It could be done well. But I think it's unanimous that the biggest noise in this trailer, or in this season, I guess, is for Sea Viper.
Yeah, I think so. I think people seem to be kind of losing their minds over Sea Viper.
Yeah. So she's back. She's returning. And people are happy for that. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
I don't lean drastically one way or the other.
Right. And I think that's about where I'm at as well. I wonder how she's going to play in terms of Street Fighter 6, because historically she's always, I guess historically, I don't know how many she's actually been in, Street Fighter 4 and a couple of crossovers. She's always been a very feint-heavy character, which makes me think SNK a little bit, but I've never personally played her, so I don't know. Although I do know that they have a history of changing characters that play differently in past games for Street Fighter 6, like Ed. Mm-hmm. He used to have a couple of kicks. Now he has no kicks, and his buttons are all completely different. So, will she have feints? We don't know. I wonder how it'll be. I wonder if it'll be a little bit more lenient, because they used to say that she was one of the most high execution characters. I think with modern existing, having a really high execution character, it's just a little bit weirder, I'm not saying it's wrong or a bad thing. It's just different. Yeah, that's my thoughts on Sea Viper anyways.
Do you like anyone in this season? Or what do you think of it?
Overall, I think I was already kind of expecting the leak to be true, so I was already thinking, yeah, I accept this, you know what I mean? Like, it was an acceptance already. I'm not super psyched about any of them. I don't have a history with, like, Sagat or anything like that. I'm looking forward to seeing what Ingrid does as well, just because she's never really been in one of the canonical Street Fighter games. She's been in, like, handhelds and offshoots.
One thing about the trailer is there's only a small amount of gameplay, and it's just Sagat because he's the first character coming out.
Yeah, and we get to see like 5 seconds of gameplay for him. We get to see his high fireball, low fireball, tiger knee, uppercut, and like a 2-hit special kick, something like that. Maybe it's a launcher, not really sure yet, but that's what you get so far, and I think that's what you expect and want if you're a Sagat player.
Okay.
So there you go. Those are like his essentials. I'm sure they'll be happy. But appearance-wise, he kind of looks a little bit more wild, maybe. Not wild, but he's got furs. I don't know. Right now, he just looks like a wilderness dweller. He's wearing all furs and, like, shorts. What do you think? What do you think of that? Good, bad?
I'm indifferent to Sagat. I'm indifferent to most of these kings. But,
It makes it sound like you're praising them a little bit, these kings. So those 4 characters are going to come out over the next year. We've got Sagat coming first this summer. Sea Viper is going to be sometime over the fall. Alex is going to be early spring, February-ish again. And Ingrid will be last. Not sure when that'll be. April through June. Maybe later. Maybe they'll just keep pushing it back later.
So this makes us in this house 3 for 3 waiting for the final character of Street Fighter 6 DLC seasons.
Yeah. It's always the one that we want the most.
Akuma, Elena, and now little Miss Ingrid.
We finally got costumes for the last season 2 characters, or I guess all of the season 2 characters. So we got brand new outfits for Bison, Terry, Mai, and Elena. Let's start with Bison's. He looks like he's trying to be a tough, cool guy for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's not selling me exactly. It's like a jacket, chaps, studded boots. That's pretty much it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slick back hair.
No, he's got like a buzz cut.
I thought he had like long hair in the back. Maybe he has a little bit of a mullet.
No.
No? Okay.
That's in his regular outfit.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a regular mullet.
It's not even a mullet, it's just long hair.
Moving on from that, Terry. He got a basketball jersey, but he still wears a jacket.
And pants?
And pants. I mean, he's traditionally a basketballer, so it's not a surprise that he got the jersey, but kind of a bummer that he's still wearing a little jacket over the top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like the pants. I'm fine with them. They're like athletic pants at least. Something different. And it says Southtown down the leg.
Oh.
Which I kind of like.
I'll forgive.
Plus he's wearing like off-brand Nikes or whatever, you know. I think his looks pretty good. If you're a Terry fan, you're going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mai gets what I would say is the best costume of the bunch. Mai gets a little casual outfit. She gets red pants, a little top, and kind of a long flowy shirt. And it reminded me of Chun-Li's outfit 3, but done a little bit better.
Yeah, done a lot better.
Yeah, sorry Chun-Li fans. I feel like her outfit 3 was like really flowy, but in like a baggy, ill-fitting way. And Mai's looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mai's looks good.
But, you know, it's Mai. That's what you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, we've also got Elena, and we finally got her and all 3 of her outfits at the same time. Outfit 3 is like a festival outfit?
That's what they call it.
That's what they call it? Yeah.
They're dungarees. I think the highlight of this outfit is the hairpiece that Elena gets. Her hair's short, and it's cute. But she also has like a headband with like a fabric flower on it.
Yeah, and it's kind of holding her hair up a little bit more. So it's
yeah.
like up. I like it. It's cool. So she's got 3 hairstyles now.
Mm-hmm. I think the winners of this were Maya and Elena. Terry still got pretty good, but Bison easily last place.
Bison's outfit is like something you could probably like put your World Tour character in.
Mm-hmm. Like
it looks like it could be an Avatar outfit, but with a little more detail. Just something real simple.
Is that all the announcements?
That is all the announcements.
Then that leaves us to discuss Elena finally being here, because I have been waiting, and I have some things to talk about because I can finally play Elena myself.
Yeah. This part I thought was going to be mostly you. You're the Elena fan in this house. I think she's cool, but I don't play her because she's not my style. So that being said, what are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts of playing Elena is she's everything that I was hoping for.
Yeah, she feels good.
Yeah, I do want to address that when we were talking about her level 2, I said that it was either healing or a damage buff. That's right and wrong. The way that it actually works is you can choose at the end whether or not you're just going to do extra hits for your super. So that's the damage buff that I was talking about.
Right.
Or just get your health, a little bit of health back. All at once, by the way. It's not what I was thinking, like a timed thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you just get it all at once. Yeah, I just wanted to make that statement because I remember saying something that I wasn't sure about before. And now I'm sure about it. So there's that. A big reason, well, the main reason that I really liked Elena initially when I first played her in Third Strike was Third Strike feels like such a good game, but playing certain characters like Elena, it really highlights just how good Third Strike feels because she's very like smooth and fast and all that. Mm-hmm. She's the same feeling in Street Fighter 6 where it's like, yeah, like this is so nice. Like I love the way this character feels.
Right.
She's got that fast, really advantageous feeling movement. Some people might complain about it. I feel like her forward dash is crazy scary.
That new roll that she's got, that's what scares me. It's like you're wave dashing in my face and I don't know what you're going to do next.
In addition to like a scary dash forward, she also has an entire move that propels her forward on the ground. You can do it over and over. So you can just chain roll.
It avoids all
towards-
projectiles. Kind of scary. Yeah. We were playing not too long ago, my versus Elena, and anytime you would be rolling at me, I'm just trying to like high and like mix between high and low blocking. Like, what are you about to do? Are you wave dashing on me? It seems like you're finding success already with Elena, I would say. So far, I've just been playing you with my Mai, and Mai did get nerfed a little bit, but I figured like, well, you're just picking up Elena, so I should probably like dominate the first couple of sets. And the first one was definitely more like in my favor. I think the first one was 10-6, but beyond that, they've all been pretty close already. Like, you picked her up really fast, and it's been kind of, I don't want to say surprising because you've been looking forward to this character and it's a natural fit, but it's been cool to see.
Elena is very, very much delivering on every front that I was hoping for.
I've seen a few people say like, oh, she's weak in this area or that area, whatever. And then the responses to those complaints are always, this is also how she was in Third Strike. Mm-hmm. Like, she's got strengths, but she's also got definable weaknesses. And I think that's fair for a character. You shouldn't have good stuff for everything, you know?
Yeah.
It's situational.
I agree.
So, I don't know. I think she looks good. I haven't played her yet, but I think she looks good, and she seems popular. I popped on rank for a couple hours the other morning, and probably about half my matches were against Elena's. And I know that's pretty typical of new DLC, but still, I was seeing a lot of her.
That's been pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty content with Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Now that Elena's in there. See you, Lily.
Sorry.
Bye.
Although with the Season 3 update, they did give Lily a brand new route of crouching light punch into standing light punch, special move.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty cool. 3 light punches into a special.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rev me right up.
From my point of view, though, for speaking of the patch, they did me dirty on my front, but they did okay with DJ. I think DJ feels more or less the same, but they added a couple small new routes, which is kind of cool.
That's good.
Yeah. Like, my favorite part about DJ now is that you can actually combo his heavy flash kick after hitting the double air slasher up close.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you could do like heavy punch, heavy air slasher into kicks.
Cool.
Yeah. Double charge, baby. It's pretty cool. And then Mai got nerfed, but we all knew she was going to.
Yeah.
I feel like she got nerfed in a lot of ways, though, and the biggest one is the OD fans. But the one that affects me the most, because I never really cared about those anyways, the one that affects me the most is the level 1. They used to give her the 5 fire stocks immediately as soon as you activated level 1, and now you don't get fire stocks until the end of the move, which really seems to hurt because people can just, if you whiff it at all, people can just like poke you or something and you won't get your stocks.
Yeah.
It's tough. There were times where I would just kind of YOLO use that thing just to get the stocks.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
No, you can't.
I think that's fair.
It's fair, but it's my though. You know what I mean? That's my complaint, but I do.
Mine.
Yeah, but it's my. That's my complaint because it's my. But it's.
Well.
In the end, I think it's fair.
Yeah, it's definitely fair.
I haven't seen as many Kens either.
No.
Ken got nerfed.
They're just letting Ryu be big, and they're letting Chun-Li be big.
Yeah, gotta have the faces big right now.
Yeah. They just released on the Switch, too.
That's true. That's true. Kimberly got buffed because she's got an amiibo.
Got amiibo to sell.
Yeah, I think Luke got buffed a little bit. Jamie got a big buff.
Oh, that's right. We
Yeah,
all the Jamie.
All the amiibo characters got big buffs.
Amiibo buffs.
If you're gonna get a toy of your character, you want to be able to play them and do a good job. You know,
Yeah,
even if you're playing
true.
on a little single Joy-Con.
That's true.
So
I
those
have to
characters
play some Jamie.
might have to.
See what's up.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we've got for the patch notes, patch update, season 3 kind of stuff right now, unless you had anything else you wanted to throw in there.
I think that was it.
We've been playing a lot more Street Fighter 6 though since the Season 3 patch dropped, and it's been a lot of fun. I have been playing a lot more DJ.
Not that I have seen. But
No,
yes.
no, yeah. I've been playing a lot more DJ online again, and a little bit of Maya, but Maya has been a struggle because I can't just pop off my level 1. Anyways.
Kind of wanted to give you guys a update on fighting games and basically just what we're playing in general, because we haven't done that in a while.
We've been playing a lot of City of the Wolves, as usual, and just running our sets. I've pretty much only been playing Hakuto Mario for the last several weeks now. Like, that's the only character I ever touch these days. And you're usually Gato, like 90% of the time.
Yeah, for City of the Wolves, I just play Gato. I haven't played anyone else in that game in a while. And I haven't even considered it, really. Yeah, I think the last time I played someone else, it was Dong for just a bit of something different. And that was once I knew the game a lot better than when I first started playing and I was playing more people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Gato journey, pretty good. And now I have Elena to cross-train because... I've fallen into this character archetype of stances with options out of the stances, and it's a style that's really exciting and it keeps you on your toes. And I think maybe that's why I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So
it's interesting. Yeah, if you're not a grappler, you're a stance-based character these days.
yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I like it. So I've been having fun with Gato, and I feel like my progress right now is a little bit slow, but I haven't had any notable like jumps. But I feel like that's also because we've been playing a lot more fighting games, because it's not only Street Fighter 6 and City of the Wolves. There's also another fighting game that we've been playing very seriously.
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks, we've probably played Sam Show 2019 like 10 different times. Still haven't really settled on a main yet, personally. What about you?
No, I haven't either. And I was telling Cam that I haven't played a game and tried to find a main in another fighting game where it felt this intensive. Yeah, we've narrowed it down, but I'm still not there. Like, I still do not have a main in this game.
Yeah,
which
same.
just feels insane.
It does. We've been playing it a lot, and it's regular. It's on the rotation lately. Like, hey, you want to play some Sam Show, and we'll do that, and we'll play a dozen or more matches. And at the end, I'm personally like a little bit unsatisfied, just because it's like I don't know who I am yet. There are a couple of characters that I like at this point and that I'm settling into, but yeah, I don't have a definitive character that I play yet. So what's the deal? What's with Same Show 2019 fans? What's going on with that? Is there a way to choose a main or know who you want to be in this one? Because it feels a lot harder to pick a main in this game than it does in any others in the past.
I think the thing with Sam Show is there are just so many good characters. There are so many playable characters. You only need one, but
right.
You just kind of want to play a lot of them, and that's Sam Show.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of standouts where it's like, oh, I could be this person because they're really cool. Mm-hmm. But wait, I want to be this person too because they're cool. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. But yeah. Who are a couple of them right now that have been standing out to you? Like, what are your options, I guess, at the moment?
I have definitely narrowed it down to, here are my strongest contenders at this point. We've got Ukyo, Amakusa, Gongsun Lee, and Genjuro.
Those four. Fair enough. That's a fair amount of choice,
It is. It's too many.
The main couple that I've been returning to lately have been Genjuro, like you said, but he's been a little bit higher on my list, I think. Galford. And then who else? Cham Cham. I've been having fun with Cham Cham, which was that was a surprise for me. Maybe next episode we'll have an update on who we've actually started maining, but We'll see. It's tough. Another one I just remembered that I play, Shiki.
You don't like her anymore either.
Yeah, she's fun. I like her.
No, you said she wasn't everything that you thought she was.
I don't know.
Well,
we'll see.
Are we done with news and whatever?
I think that's it.
Is that all you've been playing? What about Reggie? Tell us about Reggie.
Oh, Reggie. Yeah, Reggie the Orc. I haven't posted about Reggie the Orc yet, but yeah, he's my Oblivion guy. And I'm really just taking Reggie around. I'm not really paying attention to the map for the most part or like any specific main quests. I like to just travel and explore shit on my own in this game. And that's what Reggie's up to. He has been arrested a couple of times, but I've just paid the fine, you know? Some of it has been for like accidentally stealing shit.
Just Reggie things.
Reggie's not the smartest.
Poor Reg.
Yeah. He's strong and he uses conjuration magic. So he's always summoning skeletons and zombies now. That's a new one. He's got a little zombie guy. I like that it says Reggie's zombie. It's fun. But that's Reggie.
Sounds like great times with Reggie.
Yeah. That being said, do we want to jump right into the episode?
You don't care what I've been playing?
What have you been playing? I know. Sorry, I know what you've been playing.
I got kind of an itch to... I know it's not the time of year for this or anything, but with a new Silent Hill coming out, I decided to jump in and play the Silent Hill 2 remake. So I've been playing that.
What are your thoughts on it so far? Good, bad, cool, scary?
Good. And it's definitely like one of those games where you play it and then when you are away from playing, you just kind of like think about that world and like think about what you're going to do next.
Right.
One thing that I didn't know would happen, there was an area that I was trying to do over because I decided to go back on a save to try and do something smarter and use less resources and whatever. So I was redoing this and I was in an area where I was going to have to encounter 2 creatures in a building, and I thought, well, instead of just trying to fight them one-on-one, I'm just going to run straight in and go do what I need to do, which involves breaking a window and jumping through it. So I go in, break the window, jump through, start to grab what I need in this back room, and they're both in the room with me. They both go through the glass with me.
What the hell? They can climb through windows?
I guess. And they were both crawling around on the floor after me. I thought one of them was just a normal standing one. And suddenly it comes in another room and it's not anymore. It's just crawling around. There's just some things like that that you find out.
Just Silent Hill things.
But yeah, I've been playing that, and that's my nighttime game. So.
Cool.
But let's talk about some music.
Let's do it.
All right, it is time to put our listening ears on. For the second time in Wake Up 3 history, we are doing a little bit of a fighting game themes review. So our first one, we reviewed the Street Fighter 6 base roster character themes. And today we are going to be doing seasons 1 and 2. So all the DLC thus far for Street Fighter 6.
Yes. And I gotta say, I think there are some bangers. Let's dive into it, shall we? Let's start with the very beginning of Season 1. The first DLC character to be released was Rashid. His song is called The Turbulent Wind.
All right, starting off with, one that I'm familiar with, definitely by now. Have you heard enough of this theme in Street Fighter 6 yet?
Oh yes, I've heard plenty of this song. I think this was before I ever started making custom playlists for my characters.
Yes.
So anytime I would fight a Rashid, I would hear this song. It's okay. It's no Rashido from, Street Fighter 5, but it's okay.
It's hard to think much good of this song when you have Rashid's first ever theme in Street Fighter V, and it's such an off-the-charts banger. Honestly, I think of a good character theme in terms of something that has a bit more energy to it. I feel like this one's pretty chill.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice, but it's not, it's not like a hype-up type song, which I kind of prefer.
Okay, it's fair.
On its own, it's a nice theme. It's pleasant. What are we going to rate it?
Let's give it I would say like a 6. What do you think? 6 or 7? It's fine.
Being pretty generous.
Probably like a 6 then.
I would say, 5 or 6.
Let's go with a 6.
So we'll do 6. A 6 out of 10 for Rashid's Street Fighter 6 theme. What is it called?
The Turbulent Wind.
The Turbulent Wind.
Next up, we've got Aki, and her theme is called Poisonous Passion.
Poisonous Passion, Aki's theme. So this one kind of underwhelms me, but I think when listening to it and thinking about the character that it's for, I can't help but think this feels like, it would feel right playing Aki and hearing this song. And it would feel motivating, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, as a character theme, I think it's pretty solid in that regard. I do actually personally enjoy this song, though. I think it's got a cool vibe to it. I like it.
It's got those jury similarities, I think.
It's similar to that, and also for some reason it reminded me of Streets of Rage.
Oh.
And she's not a beat-em-up character by any means, but it just had like a similar vibe to it, so
okay.
I like that. I think it's a good theme in both ways, where it fits the character, and I just kind of personally like it too. If this song came on, I feel like I kind of vibe to it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool.
Okay. So what's your rating?
I would give it like a 9.
Oh, wow. That's pretty high.
Yeah, I like it. What would you give it?
I think in terms of like how much I like the song itself, it's on the same level as the Turbulent Wind. But because I think it kind of aligns with the character in a stronger way, I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay, fair enough. So you're giving this one a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 9.
I think it's a good theme for Aki.
Okay.
But do I love the music? It's okay.
Moving on to the third character, Ed. His song is called, I'm going to get this wrong because I don't speak German, but it's König oder Feigling? I'm sure I said that wrong, and I'm sorry if we have any German listeners for that.
Hey, it's Ed. I remember this theme being a big deal when Ed was released.
In what way?
Because of there being lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, yeah. It's, as far as I know, the only one that has lyrics.
Yeah.
Until Elena now, but we'll get there.
Kimberly's special theme. It was, at that point, the only one. It's a German rap song, which right out the gate with the matching up with the character, with highlighting the character traits, it's very good, I think, in that regard.
Yeah, I think this is probably what Ed would listen to while boxing. So I think in that way, it fits the character. I think he would listen to it. It would probably play 24/7 in his gym, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the way it sounds too. I don't know what they're saying or anything, but I like it. It's kind of fun. I think if I was an Ed player, that would be a good hype song for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. This theme in particular feels very Street Fighter 6 because it's almost just like a German version of the song that you hear just in the menu of the game.
A little bit,
like
yeah.
The little rap. All right, so let's rate Ed's special rap theme in Street Fighter 6.
I want to give it probably a solid 8.
I was thinking the same thing. Weird.
Nice. Yeah,
right.
I think it's good. It's very fitting to the character, what he would listen to, and what would pump you up if you were getting ready for a fight. Cool. 8.
Our first unanimous vote is an 8.
Sweet.
And that brings us to the final character of Season 1.
The final character was Akuma, and his song is called Shura.
love it.
Very Akuma. It's got a good vibe, and I think if you're an Akuma player, once again, that's going to get you in that Akuma mindset.
Oh, yeah. And if you're an Akuma player, you already expected another banger coming down the line because song after song, theme after theme is just certified.
Yeah, certified bangers. I think he might have been the first character where I made just this big song playlist for and put it on where when I play Akuma, I hear this all the time. And it's like 8 different Akuma tracks from all of history.
Yeah.
Basically. Not all of it. Well,
there's a lot to choose from for Akuma because they seem to never miss.
It's true.
And this is no exception here, I think. It's another really strong theme for this character that suits him so well. And definitely. I think especially now in his Street Fighter 6 element where it's like the furthest along Akuma we've seen, timeline-wise.
Yeah, looking pretty old, pretty gray,
jacked.
Pretty huge too. You're right. So,
yeah, something maybe darker, deeper, I don't know, but yeah.
I think for a rating, I would probably give this one about 8 or a 9. It's not my absolute favorite Akuma theme because he's had so many bangers, but yeah, it's still pretty high. I'd probably give it like an 8.
Yeah, I think I would say an 8 as well.
Cool, fair enough. Another agree on that one. We're giving these songs
pretty nice.
Some pretty solid ratings so far. Just as one bonus song before we move on to season 2, I want to do the Sin Goki theme, which is like Shin Akuma.
Okay. Is this in your playlist?
Oh, yeah.
That was my first thought was like, this would be the only thing in my Akuma playlist.
It's so good. I love it.
It goes so hard.
It does. It really does. It's awesome. It's definitely in my playlist. So I think I would give that one a 10.
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Good. Yeah. I feel like I was just immediately into it. Like, oh, yeah, I'm locked in,
Yeah. I love the way that it fused as the two. Because it's basically just the theme that we heard, but with this hardcore drum and I guess
guitar sounds. And yeah.
So
just absolutely shredding.
Yeah, just filling in the negative space from the original theme. But yeah, I think it's really, really good and 10 out of 10, I think. I love when it's like a crazy surprise like that, but definitely. It's still really, really good.
That first one was called Shura, and the Shin one is called Asura. Sounds like Shura and Asura are kind of the same. In traditional Hindu mythology, it's those like demons that are associated with wrath, deception, violence.
That fits.
Yeah, there we go. So, demon.
That's our guy.
Cool. Yeah, it's perfect.
Akuma.
It's a good song. It's a banger. And with that, let's move on to season 2, Bison. And I don't think they've released the theme for H Bison yet. Still waiting on that.
It's just a bunch of galloping sounds.
Yeah, just horse.
And chomps.
Horse song.
You still with us?
Yeah, you still here? I'm sure it's no secret that neither one of us are Bison fans or Bison players. Maybe it's also no secret that this song wouldn't appeal directly to us. I think it's fine.
You do?
I think it's just fine. Like, it's okay. It doesn't get me hype.
No, yeah.
But I'm going to be honest, I never heard this song before until today. Earlier today was the first time I ever heard it.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that you previewed a couple of these songs around me earlier because I too heard this and thought, I don't think I've ever heard this song unless it was like while watching a fight. But yeah. I don't think I've ever heard it while playing.
No, and yeah, that's because by the time season 2 hit, I was already making my own character theme playlist.
Yeah.
So
and then I did that too. So we don't hear Anything we don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah, any of these whack sounds. Even for characters like JP, on the off chance where it's like I fight one of these characters, I don't hear his theme. I hear something goofy.
Oh, that's I haven't done that much yet.
CVS2 clown tunes or something. I don't know. Don't get mad at me.
Speaking of JP, I was going to say about this theme that it's kind of in line with that one. You know, they kind of have a similar undertone. And I think in part that's just their character types being, you know, evil.
Yeah, I think
darker.
So. I could definitely see it. It's got that plunderer vibe to it a little bit. Yeah. I could see it. I don't love this theme, but I don't hate it either.
It's definitely not the way the plunderer is. Like, it's not that level of I don't like this.
Right.
This one's more tolerable, but again, it's not a hype one at all. That's for sure.
How would you rate it as far as fitting and the song as a whole, I guess? Because I have a number. I just want to hear yours first.
I think I'm just saying this based on the scale that we've already rated some of these songs.
Yeah, perfect.
And I would give it like a 6 or a 7.
Oh. Okay, wow. That's you look like you're feeling bad about that.
What would you give it?
Like a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
I'll do a 6 then.
Okay. Yeah, I already said I don't love this song. I think it's just fine. And I feel like with that, it, fine is right in the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
So, there's my high-tech rating system.
Okay.
I should just say Bison's theme was called Undying Desire.
Ew.
Yeah, not cool. Next up, the second character in season 2 was Terry Bogard. Terry's theme is called Currykington SF6 Arranged. Currykington. It's a banger. It's an absolute banger.
We were really enjoying that.
Yeah, I was really in on that. I had to cut it off at some point, but man, how good is that song? I like that one a lot, and I'm not a Terry fan. 90s main character, I don't think it's for me. But that being said, this song is an instant banger. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think if there's one thing to be said about constantly dunking on Terry, it's that, like, his themes, somehow over time, it's gone from, like, I'm genuinely making fun of this to I'm genuinely just having fun with this and enjoying this.
Definitely. And
I think that's what Terry themes are for me.
I think that's what Terry is as a character as well. He's kind of stupid, but at the same time, he's endearing, A little bit.
A little bit.
He's extremely stupid, but I don't know. It's like 70-30. Like 70% stupid, 30% endearing. Like, he's so dumb that it's like kind of good, actually. Yeah.
I think when this song, when I first heard this theme, I was not to that point in my Terry theme journey. So I thought it sounded really corny in the beginning. And I remember people reacting to this theme as like, oh, this is so good. Like, yeah. And I was thinking, like, are they serious? Like, I
do remember that.
What am I missing? And yeah, so I was just missing the fun of Terry. Terry themes are kind of like my guilty pleasure now. I will just hum Terry themes.
And some of them are like dumb and corny, but kind of endearing as well. But this song I feel like is a legit banger. This song is sweet.
It really is. And, it's been some time since I've actually listened to this one. Yeah, hearing this one was kind of like a breath of fresh air and just like fun. And I feel like that's why we couldn't stop listening to it. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Big ups. Big ups.
It's funny that you say that we couldn't stop listening to it though, because I actually played it for less time than the rest of the songs.
I just felt like I was overindulging. I was just loving it too much.
There was a lot going on, but I only played it for 30 seconds, and I played the other ones for like 45 plus. I think for some of them, we just had to wait for them to actually get into it or get good. And his is just like instant banger, and there's a lot going on in it.
That's true to how Terry's themes always go. They always start off like hard.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess that's Terry. So
Does Terry
characterization out of 10.
Does Terry go hard?
Does he start
God
hard?
damn it. Does he go hard? Are we going to become Terry fans? How many times have we hated on Terry throughout the history of this podcast? So many. Are we going to become Terry fans?
I mean, we're Terry fans in the sense that we love to like make fun of Terry.
Yeah, true.
But he has some good themes.
He
What do you want to
does.
rate this one?
I kind of want to give this one like a solid 10.
Me too.
Let's do it. All right.
Okay, the first official theme that's not a bonus. Terry gets a 10.
Yeah. Cool. I'm cool with it if you are.
Rare Terry win.
The next character theme is going to be for Mai. She was the third character of season 2. And hers is called Enryu Jin.
Again, it's hard to stop listening to these SNK guests themes.
Yeah, I think Capcom did a really good job at representing the SNK guests, and it seems like they were under the mindset like we have one shot to put them in a mainline game. Let's put everything awesome into this character that we can, and it seems like they're doing a great job. I think this song is like a solid 10. That's how I feel about it anyways.
With the Terry theme, I think what Capcom did was take the elements of Terry's themes and what they mean and make their own Terry theme. But this Mai theme is more so like a tribute because it's my music that you know. It's old Mai themes. It's got like kind of that remix feel. Like we're taking the sounds, the melodies that you think of with Mai and SNK, and then we're, putting this fun new beat on it, and I really like it. I think I agree, it's a 10 out of 10. Cam started playing Mai in Street Fighter 6, and I started hearing this song, and I put it in my own playlist because I just liked it, even though I wasn't playing Mai. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because it's a really hype song.
It is. It definitely is.
I love the beginning of it too.
I think they did a really solid job with both of the guest characters, and I used to be a little bit more on the fence about Terry. Like, I don't know if they did a good job or not, but I think they did because they nailed his essence. Like
his ratism.
Yeah, the fact that he's kind of a rat. He's like weird, gross looking. He's like 40 and he dresses like a 22-year-old from the 90s. That's for another story. That's for another time. It's not Dunk on Terry hour. Well, what did you give it, I guess?
Oh yeah, I definitely gave this one.
I think you said 10.
I definitely gave this one a 10 out of 10. I felt that way about it from the beginning. I've always loved this theme. Always thought they knocked this one out of the park. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this theme in particular.
Yeah, top tier theme. And that being said, Beats in My Heart, Elena, the final theme.
I think this theme, Beats in My Heart, was a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's a banger.
Okay, I think I would agree with that. I think it's pretty good compared to what's come in the past for Elena. It's decent. I'm typically kind of neutral on Elena. She's not a draw for me, basically, if she's in anything, but she's cool enough, but she's not a character that's going to sell me. And I don't think this song necessarily sells me either. It's on the weaker end of the season 2 songs.
I agree.
It's probably about a 5 or a 6 for me. Just put it right in there with M. Bison's theme.
Wow.
It sounds rude to say, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it.
Well, we didn't get to that part of the song, but I do think as the song progresses and then the later parts of it, so, mid to late round fight, I think it sounds a lot more interesting there. But yeah, overall, it's just more on the chill side.
Yeah, I think so. I think I agree.
Like, it's nice. It's a good Elena song, but I don't know. I don't know that they've quite nailed it with her theme ever.
Yeah. Well, I think.
Except for Second Impact, that was a good one.
Yeah. I think the follow-up song to this, the Shin Elena song, Beats in My Brain, is gonna be top tier. It's gonna be just like this, but with like way more intense guitar.
The way my neck snapped when you said Shin Elena. Good God. Yeah, welcome to the Battle Hub. She's huge.
Yeah, she's huge. She's here. Giant attack. She's been hanging out with Akuma again,
That's
right? Yeah, she's gonna get a Shin for him. Just
Best
you wait.
friends. Best friends getting big together.
BFFs. Somebody pointed out. I saw this recently online, but somebody pointed out that the classic picture of those two together, where it looks like a selfie from Street Fighter 4, you can see both her hands, which means that Akuma is the one taking the picture.
Oh, Akuma.
Yeah, she's like wrapped around him, and yeah, you can only see like one of his arms. So yeah, he's taking the picture. There you go.
Oh, how sweet.
Shin Elena coming soon.
Alrighty. Well, I give her theme I'm going to give it a 7. We've come a long way. You know, we're not there yet, and it's okay for me, you know.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think
So I'm giving it a 7.
I think I like the song more than I like the idea of fighting to the song.
Yes. Yep.
So I think as a theme that I want to like duke it out to, it's a lot lower. But I think I'm gonna go with the 7 as well.
You're up in your score, huh?
Yeah, I felt kind of bad ranking it with Bison.
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, unless that's really how you feel.
No, I think it's like one step higher than that for me. So it's probably at least a 6.
Okay.
Let's go with 6 or a 7.
Okay. All right. Well, now we should just, go over that then, right?
Yeah, so I think the ones that we really highlighted, or the ones that stood out, I guess, that were the highlights, were both of the guests, Terry and Mai. We're big SNK people in this house, so I'm sure we had a little bit of bias. But Capcom did a great job with both of these themes, and both of the characters in general. So those ones stood out to me. As far as Season 1 goes, definitely Shin Akuma.
Yeah, the bonus song.
And then the ones on the weaker side were really just Bison was like probably the lowest.
I put Rashid pretty low too.
Yeah, Rashid's was down there. And that's partially because he had so far to fall from Street Fighter V's theme.
Yeah, and also, getting through all these themes just now, Rashid really does fall to the wayside. It's pretty forgettable.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's pretty lackluster. I would almost just give it a 5. Yeah, his theme, one of the weakest.
I think so.
For our first batch of DLC themes.
Yeah.
Along with Mr. M. Bison.
Yeah,
Mr.
that was...
Mr. Man Bison.
Man Bison. That's probably my lowest theme.
That one's pretty low. But it's also pretty much what you would expect, I think.
Yeah, it's still fitting.
It's fitting, but it's very boring.
Yes.
It's not a good fighting song. And who's the other one that was kind of lower? Elena.
Elena's was a bit lower, yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about her. I already forgot the song. Beats in My Heart kind of falls a little short for us with a score of 7.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on that Battle Hub Shin Elena, though.
Yeah, let's have that.
Shin Elena, coming soon. What do you think would be different about Shin Elena? What power-up would she get? A gun?
What?
I think that's pretty much it. It was fun revisiting some of these songs I hadn't heard in a while, or just straight up hearing some of them for the first time, namely the Bison one. Let us know what you guys think on our ratings of these songs. Whether or not you think we're way off, or maybe you agree.
Yeah, were we too nice? We didn't have anything go under the 5 mark. Yeah, sorry about our little SNK bias, but they really do be hitting it out of the park at Capcom. But you can't be mad at us because we were nice to Terry for once.
It's true.
It was a little backhanded, but it still came through.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. We were actually nice to Terry.
I already want to hear that theme again. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Wake Up 3. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at wakeupthreefgc, and you can find me, your host Molly, on Twitter at kahnkut, that's KAHNKUT. Cam, where are you?
I am also on Twitter at bigruckonline. This is Wake Up 3, signing off.
Bye.
Terry's theme is Jeez.
Terry.
Terry wants to just jump right in.